pleasant. I got an umbrella too in the car, so.
It's supposed to get worse as the day goes on.
Yeah, today's a heavy day.
And probably no stream on Saturday.
I figured it's going to be Saturday's going to be bad. Good thing you're not missing any baseball.
Yeah. My wife's all excited because I think it's next Wednesday, is Bark in the Park here.
What does that mean?
It means you can bring your dog.
Oh.
We don't have a dog, but she likes dogs.
I mean, is there any bring your cat, just grab a cat from here? Told the valet guys, why are you up so early? I'm like, I'm gonna go watch Planes with my friends. What? He explained streaming and all. He's like, give us a shout out for the hotel. I'm like, well, I am holding you guys to that.
All right, well, give me a night in the hotel. I'll give you a shout out.
I said, give me a free upgrade. He's like, oh, I can't do that, man. I'm like, no dice.
Yeah. Everybody wants everything for free.
Yeah.
We had some lady hanging out last Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, can you talk about my music on your stream? I'm like, no, I don't even know who you are.
Can you promote my clothing, please?
Okay.
Start with me waving to the camera.
Well, we're already live.
Oh, we are live.
We are live.
You can hear me.
Good thing you didn't cuss. Bev would have had to ban you. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Honolulu. A little damp here this morning, but as damp as it is this morning, it's the best of the next 3 days, so we're giving it a shot here today. We are in the minimal setup, so no computer, no extra doodads and things to make that really are not necessary, but I have them anyway. So, but we are going to have planes, and we have a Brandon rabbit. So, is that a yay boo? Yay boo. Yeah. So as you can see, this is towards downtown Honolulu, which is 3 or 4 miles west of here. You can see there's lots of rain clouds in the area, but I wouldn't necessarily call them scattered, but there are little bits of blue sky here and there. So we'll just take it as we go. We're going to try to run through all the way through 9:45, which is our scheduled time, but we'll see how that goes because it's supposed to get heavier as the day goes on. Bing. So I'd like to thank our good friend Jonathan McD, gifting 1 Reverse Ops membership. Thank you very much, Jonathan. Looks like Mick TV Channel 60, is that how you say that? Is the recipient. So please join me in thanking Jonathan. Our first arrival of today will be a 757 that is currently turning onto final down south of us. It's going to come into 4 right. This is one of the inner island ones. This is coming in from Hilo. Good morning, Jane, Alan, Rainbow Love, hello. The aforementioned Brandon Rabbit, who's 3 or 4 feet south of me, came over in his fancy rental car.
Morning.
Somehow he gets the upgrade to the X. Is it an X1?
X3.
X3? Yeah, whenever I get the upgrade, it's the... Oh. Would you like the EV? No, I don't want the EV. But it's an upgrade. No, it's not an upgrade. I don't want to spend half my vacation trying to find a charging location. We actually we were at Heathrow, and we were going to drive to Scotland, to not even just like the cities of Scotland, the big cities, like we were going way up north. And the guy tried to convince us that there was plenty of EV charging stations in North Scotland. And I went, you know, in my head I was thinking, I don't want to call this guy a liar to his face, but I'm going to think it. Hello, CFI on the fly.
I drive an EV and I would not ride it.
Yeah. Well, isn't yours a hybrid?
No, mine's
Oh, yours is true? Okay.
But I charge at home and I charge at work.
I would never, I'm of the opinion I would never own an EV. Because I don't think in my lifetime they're going to perfect it. The whole Elon drive in, switch the battery, you're out in 2 seconds theory has not happened yet.
In China, they shoot the batteries out from under the car.
Yeah. Well, that's what Elon was promising 10 years ago. He was like, oh, you're going to be able to pull in, swap the battery. Now it's, oh yeah, your car's 5 years old, it's 3 seconds out of warranty. That'll be $25,000 for a battery, please. Oh, thanks, Elon. Wonder how you got to be a billionaire. So the boat that we saw the other day is still there, and it doesn't look any better. It looks like it's actually a little worse. I bet that's going to be a nasty cleanup. The 757 is peeking its way out of the clouds. Down there somewhere. There it is. Oh, it's still in the clouds. Well, if you know a lot of people who own boats, he might be very happy today. Because if he had it fully insured, he's out of it. He's done.
Isn't there a Simpsons episode like that where Lois says that?
Maybe. If it's after season about 14, I kind of... Yeah. I had a buddy of mine who... Not really a buddy. A guy I worked with bought a boat. And it was the exact same story. He's like, no, I'll love this boat. I'll never get rid of it. And he was practically begging people to buy it off of him.
Ask him if he has an island to sell too.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about Hawaii. The two things that's very hard to get rid of on Hawaii, are boats and surfboards.
Yeah.
Because everybody who wants a boat or a surfboard already has one. So we'll see how long this one goes. It's going to peek its way around the corner, but we'll see how far it goes. Some of them make a very quick turn. Some of them go all the way to the end. Depends on how much stuff they get thrown on them on the other islands. Yeah, he doesn't look like he's going to come down and pay us a visit. Yeah, right on Echo, right on Charlie. There we go. Hello, Martin. Oh, we got Jen in the house. Hello, Island Jenny. Are you still on a staycation, Jen? I saw your stories yesterday. Jen might be in a hotel very close to you.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Why is everyone having tow
Yeah, we were thinking the exact same thing at the exact same time. Why is everybody having toe issues on my channel?
He can.
Yeah. It's the K's. If you have a K and if your name starts with a K, watch your toes.
Yeah.
So let's swing this back. It's not going to get anything exciting over here. Let's swing this over here and see what we got going over here. That looks like a southwest has pushed back. We'll see where that's going in a second. Then we got one of the Uniteds. That's either going to LA with the extra X or SFO. That one's going to SFO. The southwest behind it is heading off to Hilo. So I flew on one of these United 757s a couple months ago. It was going to LA with the extra X though. And everybody before I flew, if I'd flown a 757, it was so long ago that I don't remember doing it. So everyone was telling me, saying, oh, get ready for that rotation. It's so powerful. So powerful. And I was like, I don't know. I've watched a lot of 757s leave from here, and they look kind of pedestrian. And they're saying, no, when you're on it, it feels different. And I'm here to tell you, those people were 100% wrong. It felt just like every other departure. Did you just delete her message? What? Oh, what? You gotta warn them. You gotta be a little nice about it, Brandon. Alright. So sorry, Brandon's a little hyped up on spam musubis this morning. He's following every letter of the law to the T. It's Hawaii. We let him screw up 4 or 5 times like Luke, and then we'll ban him. Did you see he commented on? Oh, I don't know if Luke's here. Is Luke here? I meant to reply to your comment on my 9-month-old video. I don't know why you commented on that one, but just be nice. Follow the rules. Everybody's level-headed here, except for Brandon, and we'll have a good time. He commented on the video, let me talk. I don't know what to tell you. No, it's okay. Caps are, some people consider it yelling. Some people consider it hard to read. I personally don't like all caps because they're hard to read for me. Because I'm a lot dyslexic. So the all caps is just hard for me to read. Some people consider it yelling. I've never understood that, but no. To answer your question, the storm is not supposed to be as bad as last time. Last one was pretty torrential, but what they're worried about now is there was so much water last weekend that the ground can't take anymore. So there's going to be, even though the storm's not going to be as bad, they're still expecting lots of localized flooding and flash floods. So if you're here in Hawaii and you're not already underwater, keep that in mind. Yeah, the Big Island and Maui got it real bad last time. They had 45-ish inches of rain in one place, and Maui had 30, high 30. I think the highest place here on Oahu got 20 inches of rain on the windward side. We actually got kind of lucky here on this side. It wasn't as bad, I mean, comparatively to other parts of the island. Sunday, I think it'll all pass by Sunday, but you never know. But it should be okay. I don't think they're gonna. It won't be as bad as last time where they're canceling flights and things. course, I might have just jinxed you. So it looks like we have a KC-135 zipping its way through the haze down there. It's so gray I almost didn't see it. So that's going to head to the reef runway. I didn't see anything with it, and I still don't see anything with it. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. See if we can get a little super. Oh, we're already in super zoom. So let's see if we can zoom in a little closer to it before it goes behind the trees. Yeah. Huh?
Here's okay, right?
No, because they opened this gate. Yeah. I don't see anything going with that tanker, but it'll go out. I don't see anything in front of it either, so it might be next. Oh, sorry to hear that, Sober Surfer. But it sounds like he had an interesting life, so. Hello, Mason. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Alright, so I apologize, Jane. I cannot put. I don't think. Let's try it. Because I'm doing the minimal rain setup here. I don't know how to. So I don't think I can put your comments. Yeah, it's not going to let me put your comment on the screen, Jane, but I appreciate it nonetheless. I don't know why it let. There we go. Our good friend Jane Chu, excellent person and dangerous mod, has gifted a £2 super chat. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that, Jane. Hello, German Monster. Good to see you. Alright, it looks like we have a southwest heading out. Let's see if we can get it. Thank you very much, Martin. Our good friend Martin Collat from Germany has come in with a €6 rain surcharge. Thank you very much. Oh, we got something. Oh, hold on. in one shot. Look at that. So I guess we know what that tanker was for now. So this tanker here is a Hawaii tanker. You can see the HH on the tail. It's a little harder to see the design at the top of the tail, but the HH gives it away. The FA-18s are not from here. The only fighters we have stationed here are F-22As. So those were visiting from somewhere else. Most likely they were heading to or from somewhere. Just stopped here for a fill-up and a nap. You know, Sober Surfer, I have very bad luck getting upgraded in or out of Hawaii, especially on the 321s. I think it's only happened once for me in the last couple of years, because, like you said, they only have 16 seats, and usually you'll get somebody with higher status. I mean, I don't know what your status level is, but mine's just platinum. So usually you get a lot of people with the Platinum Pro or the whatever. So, but I wouldn't count on it. Like I said, I've had very bad luck, but if you're flying on a Hawaiian, I don't know. I'm assuming you said you had Atmos status, so I usually fly American. I don't usually fly Hawaiian unless I go inner island. I use Hawaiian. Yeah, MXC for life. We are. We don't have like the volume of an LAX or a Dallas, DFW or Miami, but we make up for it in the sheer variety of stuff that comes through. So there are times when I have to vamp a little bit. Oh, we're gonna get speaking of cool stuff, I'm gonna have a semi-big plane on 8 left. But we make up for it. I'd have to vamp a little bit more than Kevin or Walt does, but it's okay. So this is a United 757. It is heading off. This is the one heading off to San Francisco. This is coming out on 8 left, which is not terribly unusual, but it's a little bit rare. Usually they leave this runway to the 717s and 737 departures. We did have some planes, some big planes going out on 8 left. Yesterday, I was coming back from lunch, and I was on the viaduct, or under the viaduct, actually, which is right behind us. And I looked over to my right, and there was a Coletta 747 super close. I was like, holy cow. Need more of that. This guy's just waiting for a Cessna to cross over on 4 left, and then he'll get going. There's an American 321 behind him that is heading off to LA with the extra X, and then we'll have that other 757, which is going to follow him. Caution, bus approaching. Well, that might end up on Instagram later today. This is a UPS 747. It's coming in from Louisville. So the American 321 we saw cross behind that 757. It is almost down to the end of the taxiway. It'll be the next departure on the reef runway. We're going to have another one coming up behind this 747 though. It has already started to move. It is another 321. This one's heading off to Kailua Kona. It's a Hawaiian. So we're going to flip over and take it. If the Queen's still out, we'll come back to it in a second. Queen is still waiting her turn. It's not nice to make a queen wait, I don't think. This is a 717 here from a Hawaiian. This is coming in from Lehue, and it looks like we're going to have another 8 left departure from a bigger plane after this. Looks like the 757 that's heading off to LAX is also lined up for an 8 left departure. MXC for life. I am not what you would call an industry expert in that regard, but I will give you my thoughts, and you could take it at that. These are my thoughts from just being out here and listening to what they say and my limited knowledge of aircraft. The 717 is a very unique plane. It can do these high volume, short trip, short rest between flights very well. There's not a lot of planes that can do that, including the 737. It's not designed for that. So these planes can handle the high volume, 15, 17 flights a day, every day. Right before the merger was announced, the Alaska thing, the CEO of Hawaiian Air said that they would like to get 100,000 landing cycles out of all their 717s. And at the time, they were around 80,000. So they were looking at early 2030s to replace them. And they had no, at the time, they had no idea what that replacement plane would be, because it was still years and years away. People have said the 737 because of Alaska, and it's my understanding that that's not a good replacement for true just inter-island flights. Southwest does it, but the way they do it is they usually bring a 737 in here for a day or two from the mainland, have it run a few inter-island flights, and then they'll send it back to the mainland. Because they do not, the 737s do not have the time to cool down either in flight or between flights. So the engines are constantly hot, and that's not good for a 737. So even though your plane's flying, it's still cooling down while it's flying because it's not in that, ramp up to take off speed. So they don't have the time to cool down. So if you ask me, it'll probably end up being 737s anyway because Alaska really likes them. And they'll just kind of do what Southwest does. That would save them investing in a whole new airframe. A lot of people think it's going to be one of the E's, the 175 or the 190. I don't think Alaska wants to go with a third manufacturer. They already don't like having two. So, but I also don't think it's going to happen anywhere before, at this point, at the earliest, 2030. Wave to your auntie.
Hi, Auntie.
Our good friend Cat Lady, relative of Brandon Rabbit here, has gifted a $10 super chat just to get away from Brandon. See,
Thank you.
You should call her more, so she doesn't bribe plane spotters to.
Yes, I'll call her now.
But thank you very much. Glad you're here. Glad that Brandon recommended the channel. Yeah, I mean, logically, the Embraer and even the 220 make perfect sense. Well, not perfect sense. They make sort of sense. The sizes aren't the same on the E-jets, and I don't know about the 220s, and I don't know enough about them. We don't get those here, so I don't know enough about them. But I think they're just going to end up condensing the flights and using more of the 321s and 737s. I think it's just going to be as simple as that, because it's the cheapest way, and they're not going to go. I don't think they're going to go out and go buy 20 new airframes to do inter-island, or 20 new airplanes, not airframes.
E7-175s have their own staff and crew too.
Oh, really?
So none of them have a contract, I guess, to like fly.
Yeah.
That just
But they got a lot of stuff to figure out before that happens. I mean, everybody thinks it's a done deal, and everything is copacetic, and they don't even have all the union stuff figured out yet. Yeah. I was talking to a 787 pilot a couple weeks ago, and even though all the 787s are now Alaska, and only Brandon can see me doing the air quotes, they're still run by Hawaiian crews, and the Hawaiian crews are still working them on the ground because the unions haven't figured it out, because the seniority structure among pilots is a big topic. It's a very big topic among the pilots. And Alaska pilots never had a wide body seniority structure. Everything was small, so they don't have that kind of seniority into wide bodies, and they're still trying to figure that all out. And that's something I'm just glad I don't have to sit through those meetings, because that sounds like Paragraph A, Part 3, Clause 4. It sounds like a lot of really just dull meetings, but the next one out on the reef runway will be speaking of wide-body Hawaiians, it'll be a 330 heading off to Seattle, Hawaiian Flight 990. We're going to get a Delta behind it heading off to Seattle as well. There's also a FedEx, that one of the ones from Maui. I guess it must be super early because we didn't see it come in. It is actually leaving right now. It's actually heading down Romeo 2, so we'll get its departure as well off the reef runway. So I had planned on going down to the parking lot today. That was my choice. I ended up coming here because of the rain. I was afraid that we were going to get socked in and couldn't see anything. And from up here, I could at least show you planes sitting on the ground. And we could see this wonderful, brilliant shot of town. Look at that, I love this. They moved all the buses, and so much better of a view. Look at that. Okay, let's take the Hawaiian going off to Seattle. Yeah, every other week I have to sit through a meeting like that where it's all the department heads at work. You get in a big room and talk about all the stuff, and 90% of it doesn't apply to me, but I have to be there anyway.
I bet you could be summed up in an email.
Yeah, well, I don't mind face-to-face meetings when it's productive. Because, you know, there's sometimes if it's more than one person, I'd rather it be an in-face meeting. If it's two people going back and forth, a phone call or an email will be fine. Once you get three people in there, then you get people replying to the wrong email, replying all when they shouldn't, things like that. So I don't mind face-to-face. I'm not one of these people who think... I'm actually such an old man. I feel like the work-from-home people who are like, I'm never going into an office again, and this is the reverse ops is one of those. I think there's benefits to going to the office. Certain jobs, obviously, make no sense. If you never talk to anybody... But I think everyone should at least go to the office once or twice a week. Because you can get so much more done in a 5-minute in-person meeting than you could replying to emails for 3 days straight. Okay, the Delta is about to go. It looks like it's turning on to the right. Oh, we have a O'Malley sighting. Hello, O'Malley. That's funny, Mick.
That was a good one.
Yeah. I see headlights down there, but I don't know what that is. It must be an ops car. The Incredible Bulk, I am not ready. In fact, it's actually kind of morphed because it's only a one-day event. They had to kind of squish a lot of stuff together, and so I won't be doing a presentation on my own. I'm on a panel of, I think, 4 other people, so it'll be a panel discussion as opposed to me doing a one-on-one or one person thing, but it's okay. If you're going to Atlanta, you'll still be able to see me stumble around on stage, because even though there's 312 of you right now listening to my sound of my voice, you're not standing in front of me, so it's a little easier. I do have a trick when I give speeches to large people. It doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen more than I want it to. I pick one person in the audience and I stare at them and I pretend I'm talking just to that one person. So if you're at AvCon and I'm eyeing you down in the front row, don't take it personally. It's nothing personal. Just, I don't want to picture people in their underwear. They always say picture people in their underwear. Nah, I've seen enough people in their underwear. I don't need to see aviation geeks in their underwear.
I heard imagine everyone has potatoes.
Everyone has potatoes? Okay. All right, take care, Keith. We'll see you next time. Take care of that foot. Oh my God! I just gave. Oh, I'm gonna regret saying that. We got Jonathan in the house, and I'm talking about Av geeks in their underwear. I'm not clicking on the AI channel on Discord for at least a week. Our good friend 93 Integra GSR, who I've met in person down at the parking lot, renewing his membership at the 717 level. Thank you very much. We got a couple ops cars having a party over there. They're actually ops trucks. We used to have ops cars. We used to have Teslas. All the ops cars used to have Teslas. And the unofficial story about why they got rid of them is because they got tired of cleaning out the back of a Tesla when they had to shovel a dead animal in there. So it was much easier with a truck. They could just hose it out. So O'Malley, I think we owe 93 Integra a pog drink, so whenever you have time. Has the rain actually stopped? Is it still drizzling?
No, it's stopped.
Oh, okay. Oh, shoot, Jonathan. So I just got some bars I have this bar here and that bar, this thing is on.
Yeah.
I just got some Unistrut. I'm going to move this bar down here so that way I can move this plate to about right here. So it's...
Oh, it slides better?
So I'll have it instead of reaching way over here.
Oh, that's smart, yeah.
Just need to now find the time to pull it all off again and do it all over again.
My goodness, it's a convoy of Camrys.
Oh, rental cars.
Yeah, it's like the 10th one I've seen.
Yeah, the some of them listen to the channel, so I won't badmouth them too much. But some of them think they're Mario Andretti when they come around this corner. It's a little scary sometimes, and especially when they're driving the big luxury SUVs and they're coming around and they're leaning to the left or leaning to the right. They're coming around this corner. The worst is this is a very popular road for people learning how to drive, and there's not a lot of traffic on it. It's straight. There's no lights. But when they come around this corner, you ever heard the theory of when you're driving, if you stare at something, you're going to hit it? You get so focused on it, your brain will just... there's a rock in the road, don't look at the rock in the road. Look where you want to go. Because if you look at the rock, you're going to hit the rock. Well, it happens more than you would want to know, where the student driver comes around this corner right here, and they're looking at me because I'm the dumbass in a... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm the guy in a big truck with a red cover, so they're fixated on me and they just keep turning into me, and you'll see the instructor reach over and push this wheel back. It happens about twice a month.
Gosh. Well, good thing they're with an instructor.
Yeah. Are the student driver stickers becoming really popular in California?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
That and the baby on board. I've even seen a senior citizen on board sticker.
We have, I'm sure they do in most places, have military license plates for, Persian Gulf veteran, active duty, or combat veteran, whatever. They have a lot of them. I actually saw, when I first moved here, I saw a little old man driving around and it had said Pearl Harbor survivor on it. Like, holy cow.
I've seen the Purple Heart.
Yeah.
But that's about it on licenses.
Yeah.
Pizza Friday, Don.
Ah. Permanent beginner driver. There we go. There's a lot of those here in Hawaii. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're drying out over there. I know he got a lot of rain. So hopefully you are at least dry today.
I'm sure the volcano will dry them off.
Yeah. This is a Hawaiian coming in from Tokyo. Oh, MXC for Life. Yeah, I didn't think about that. The Horizon Air, I forgot about them. That's one of those ones I don't think of because they're not here. I have a big problem with ignoring... well, it's not a problem. It's actually really good. Ignoring stuff that doesn't matter. And that's the way I put it. I tell Mrs. Reverse Ops all the time. Just ignore stuff that doesn't matter. Ooh, look at that water. Jeez. Just ignore stuff that doesn't matter. So a lot of times, like, if it doesn't happen here in Hawaii, aviation-wise, I don't pay it much mind because it doesn't affect me. Here comes the turtle, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the turtle. And I say, oh.
I missed the turtle.
Yeah. Turtle is second for arrival. He's the sea green one today, Kai. We have the standard livery Dreamliner from Air New Zealand coming in. It should be in our shot here in just a second. There it is.
That's what you need, Patrick.
Yeah, it'd be a little hard to get from my house. There's a couple of the smaller aircraft company like Pegasus Air and some places have a scissor lift that fits in the back of a pickup truck, and it's got a rail around it and everything. It's awesome. I tell you, the perfect of those Southwest Airlines snack trucks, because they're small enough to fit in a parking space, but they still have the scissor lift back.
And keep you dry.
And keep me dry. I wonder if they're training a new ops guy. Those guys have been paired up all morning.
Lesson 1, don't hit a plane.
Well, Island Jenny, that's one of you. I don't think Rainbow Love enjoys them.
You're singing fine.
So I went to... Actually, it was the night I met Mrs. Reverse Ops. Well, not... Yeah, I think it was the night I met Mrs. Reverse... Yeah, it was the night I met Mrs. Reverse Ops. It was super late, like 3 in the morning. The place should have been closed 2 hours ago. We were at this karaoke place over by Keamoku, and everyone's singing. And I know a lot of people who are in bands. That's where I was Tuesday night, hanging out with my friends who were playing. And so I know a lot of singers, a lot of musicians, and I am neither one of those. But they finally guilted me into singing. And after I was done, the girl looked at me and goes, "I love you, but don't ever do that again." And I was like, come on. I put myself out there in front of all you people who are actual musicians, and that's what you say? Not "good try, thanks for participating"? Later I found out she was super two-faced and annoying, so... No, it wasn't Mrs. Reverse Ops. Alright, let's flip around and get a turtle. How about that, guys? So the funniest part of that karaoke bar is when me and Mrs. Reverse Ops got married. We got married here in Hawaii and made everyone else. They made all our family come to us because that's the type of people we are. But since we had so much family here, I have a tour that I give. I haven't done it in a long time, but it's Patrick's 9,000 calorie tour of Lower East Oahu. So I took a group of like 10 people on this tour. My family, Mrs. Reverse Ops family. And I took them to the parking lot of the karaoke place where we met as part of the tour. And we sit in the parking lot and I'm asking everybody, why would I take you here? What's your guesses? Why would I take you here? And everybody's like, oh, it's a filming location for Lost, or oh, all these different weird guesses. And I was like, no. This is the illegal karaoke bar where I met Carrie.
Yeah.
And the look her mother gave me pretty much summed up the way her mother feels about me. I didn't take her there. I just met her there. It wasn't my fault she was there. Don't blame me. I'm an innocent party. I'm surprised I haven't got a text message from Mrs. Reverse Ops yet.
Where do we sign up for the 9,000 calorie tour now?
Huh?
Where do we sign up for that?
If you were going to be here on a weekend, I would have offered it, but I can't do it during the week. Yeah, you leave on Saturday, right? Yeah. Because the last time you were here, you're going to be here on a Sunday, and I was going to offer it.
Yeah.
But then you changed your thing and didn't tell me what dates. So.
Yeah. Well,
Your loss. No.
blame the weather.
Yeah. Of course, if your kid's tummy couldn't handle that, we would have see what he was like after 8 stops at things that aren't very good for you. Hello, AJ. Good to see you. Booyah. I'm just gonna stop with Booyah. Yeah. Japan and Hawaii have a very big connection. Over half of the population of Oahu, or probably the whole state, is of some form of Japanese ancestry, or Okinawan or Japanese or something. So there's a lot of just natural flow between the two places because of how many people are here of that ancestry. There's also Japanese people in general love Hawaii. They love coming here. They love hula. They love all things. In fact, they have hula competitions in Japan. They have, in fact, one of our channel viewers, Asuna, was just at a Hawaii thing just a couple weeks ago. She posted it in the Discord. So it's a very popular vacation, wedding destination for people who live in Japan, and there's a lot of connection with people who are either from Japan or have Japanese history. So there's got to be at least 10 flights a day between, probably more. I'm missing a few, but there's 4 JAL flights. There used to be 3 Hawaiian flights. Now I think there's just 2. And there's 2 ANA flights, or 3 ANA flights, because there's a Dreamliner coming in about an hour after the second A380.
Hawaiian does Kansai and Haneda.
Yeah.
JAL does Kansai, Nagoya, Narita, and Haneda.
And Did they cancel the Fukuoka flight?
They canceled the
Yeah.
Fukuoka. That route was...
Yeah, well, you know.
Same thing with Seoul. It's too bad.
Well, what's weird about Seoul is it is still a very popular route.
Yeah.
Because Korean comes, Air Premia, and Asiana. My dream is for them to combine Asiana and Korean into one A380 flight.
Yes. Hey, you've gotten a 747 with them.
Yeah. We had it for a long, long time. And then they switched it over to the Dreamliner about a year ago. They did bring it back for Christmas last year. All right, the next one on the going out on the reef runway is Virgin America flight 93. It's heading off to San Diego. We also have a triple coming in to Fort Wright. That's a FedEx triple. So we're gonna get away from the ops cars for a minute. We'll go see if we can find that Virgin America flight. No, it hasn't started rolling yet, so we probably won't be able to see it yet. I wonder if it's going to wait for the FedEx to come in. Yeah, FedEx is still a ways out there. We'll see. So this is looking down Lagoon Drive. So if you follow this road all the way to the end, it's about 2 miles down there. But there's a parking lot at the end. It's for general aviation, but that's the other good spotting place from here. You're very close to 8 right down there. When did they start doing a 3:30 to Long Beach? It's been a couple of...
No. 321.
Oh. Oh, I see. I didn't read all the words in your sentence.
They could. It's definitely viable. They have a 10,000 foot runway.
Yeah.
It's where the DC-10s were built.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They saw the sign up front that says flight DC jets.
I will have to go check that out sometime.
And now it's a Mercedes-Benz warehouse. They saw the sign. Virgin America.
I think there's 2 to Sydney, Cat Lady. There's, Qantas has a flight here, I think it's 5 days a week, maybe 6 days a week. And then Hawaiian has a flight that is probably the same frequency. There's also 2 to Auckland, the one we saw come in a little while ago, and then there's also a Hawaiian that doesn't run every day. Alright, let's see if we can see that, flip over to the super zoom and see if we can see that triple coming in. We should get the triple to go longer than those 757s. So I was cruising through, I think it was Instagram yesterday, and last week we were talking about 5-engine 747s. And how some 747s have a non-functional 5th engine spot for transporting engines, because back in the day it used to be easier to do that than ship them. And then there was a couple that were test bed aircraft that had a functioning 5th aircraft. I don't remember exactly, but I saw a picture or a video of one of those 747s that had the 5th engine spot had a 777 engine mounted to it, and it looked ridiculous. It was so much bigger. There's our two ops cars again, if I can get them in the shot. Behind them is a Delta. It is heading off to LA with the extra X. It's a 7.6. There's also a Southern Airways Express there in the shot. That's a Caravan, Grand Caravan. We have Hawaiian Flight 6 heading down the taxiway from Terminal 1. That's heading off. That's a Hawaiian 330. That is heading off to Vegas. That is the Island Jenny Express. Of course, she decided to vacation here instead of places with gambling. So that looks like, is that, I don't know. Is that an MRTT? Or am my screen is really tiny compared to some of yours. Yeah, Mick, I've never seen, I don't remember seeing one with 6 engines. The 8-engine one is pretty obviously the B-52. I'm trying to think if I've seen one with 6 engines. Of course, there's a lot of planes that I'm not familiar with that are over in the Eastern Bloc, as they used to say. This 717 is coming in from Lehue. So I realized, Brandon, on the drive home that I forgot to show the stuff on the stream. I'll wait till that goes by.
One more time.
So I realized on the drive out of here the other day, I forgot to show the stuff on the stream.
Okay.
So it's still in the truck. I left it in the truck so I would show it today. But
Okay. You want me to grab it?
yeah. It should be on the floorboard of the passenger side. Or, yeah. Thank you.
All the cats over there.
Oh, yeah.
There's 7 cats.
That's about, yeah, 7 to 10 is usually what I see. So let's see, make sure I'm going to miss anything. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Honolulu. My name is Patrick. The channel is Reverse Ops. We're an aviation live stream in Tomfoolery channel. We got Brandon Rabbit doing some IRL modding behind me. So if he deletes your comment, I can reach over and smack him for you. But it's a rainy day here in Honolulu, but I think the rain is holding off quite nicely. We got about an hour and 40 minutes left or so. Hopefully all we get is a little bit more drizzle. But it's supposed to rain more tomorrow and through the weekend. So I'm not sure about a Saturday show, but we'll see how that goes. It's supposed to be heavy thunderstorms on Saturday for Brandon's departure. But so I don't know if there'll be a show, so keep an eye on the notifications. And if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. And while you're down there, give a tap on the like button for me setting up in the rain this morning. I would appreciate that. So our good friend Brandon, if you don't know, and I don't know how you couldn't know, is one of our mods. He's here on vacation with his family. He brought me a bunch of stuff, including some chocolatey chip pancake Pop-Tarts. Always a good thing. I'm down to just strawberries, so now I have a little variety.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And the other day he brought me a care package with some
Those are Kit Kats in there.
Kit Kats in here. We got a box of them, so we have
There's Tokyo
all
banana,
kinds of stuff I can't read.
blueberry cheesecake,
Blueberry cheesecake,
wasabi.
I've never tried the wasabi.
It's okay.
People here love the green tea one. Can't stand it.
It's
Ugh.
overrated.
Yeah, I think it is. We have some mint dark chocolate, which I think Mrs. Reverse Ops will steal from me. And we have some trading cards. The Delta 350. He kept the 787 for himself.
I also have the long card.
The what?
The Belong.
Oh yeah, he kept the Hawaiian ones for himself, but that's okay. I don't blame him. I would have too. Got some
Chocolate mints from Alaska.
Alaska chocolate mints. Yeah. And last but not least, he heard me complaining about not having deodorant the other week, so he brought me some deodorant. Now I have Swagger. As
Mike said, to call you a swagger.
Swagger. So if you didn't think I had Swagger before, now I definitely have Swagger. So thank you, Brandon. I appreciate it. You can put that back so it doesn't get wet. But thanks for being here. Remember to hit that like button, all the normal YouTube stuff. We have lots of other ways that you can interact with the channel. We have, make sure I'm not missing any planes. We have some social media stuff where you can interact with me, other channel members during non-show days. We have a Discord and a Facebook and then an Instagram. We also have memberships. You can turn your name green in the chat. It's a little after St. Patrick's Day, but you can still turn your name green in the chat. Join people like Charlie Bravo and Jonathan McD. Thank you very much for all their long-term support. They are year-plus members, and we have a couple of 2-year members in the chat. I see Sydney and Josh, 2-year members in the chat. So thank you all to them. So the easiest way to find all that stuff is to... Oh, I don't have my little clicker button. See, normally I would just hit a button now, but because we're in the rain, I gotta figure out where it is without my little handy button. Oh, wait, is this it? Ah, that's it right there. There we go. Look at that. Put my face behind it. Here. Now I'm just a QR code with a shirt on. So that QR code there will take you to reverseops.com/findme. You can see all the stuff I just mentioned, plus some more stuff. Our HNL Ops, our sister channel, our companion channel. Right now, we're running just the ATC. On days it's not raining, we have a 360 camera as well. So next non-rainy day, we'll have that back up. So our good friend Keith is moderating that for us when it's up. But thanks to everybody. And now we have a Delta to get to. So we're going to go over and grab this Delta here. I promise there's a Delta out there somewhere. Off into the clouds. Next one out there will be a Hawaiian. That's the one heading off to Vegas. And if Jen is still at her hotel room, she might be able to watch it fly by her window. Thank you very much, Ms. Wolves. A super long time member of the channel and a member of the world's most dangerous mod crew, says Patrick and everyone. Thank you for an amazing time. Well, thank you very much, as Lex Brody would say. I apologize for not being able to get your names up on the screen. They pop up for a second, but then I usually like to get them up with the normal thing. But we have the computer in the box today, so it doesn't get wet.
See if I made a good point.
What do you? That'd be a first. I'm kidding. TFI on the fly. I can't find it. Where's the thing?
Now we know the 2 Pop-Tart flavors.
Ah, yes. So. But there probably will be no Saturday show, so no guess what flavor Pop-Tart is eating on Saturday. But will you guys remember in 2 weeks? Or will I go through all these Pop-Tarts in 2 weeks and have to get another thing? I need to get sponsored by Pop-Tarts. Anybody at Kellogg's know somebody over at Pop-Tarts? You can.
I've reached out.
Yeah. I'll even wear one of the suits while I stream.
If I get the suit, will you fly me to Hawaii to dress up in it and wear it on the show?
So that should be, Jen, if you're still in the hotel, that should be crossing in front of Waikiki here in about a minute. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It's kind of cloudy over there in Waikiki this morning. So how far are we out from the second Honu? Oh, very close. Good thing I checked. It is next for arrival on 8 left. We have a couple more going out on the reef runway, but the second Honu is now over Kapolei. It is the blue one today. That is Lonnie. So the colors are orange, blue, and sea green. That's Kala is the orange one for the sun. Kai is the sea green one for the ocean, and Lonnie is the blue one for the sky. Oh. Brandon might be grabbing the umbrella soon. I got one right there if you want to grab it.
Okay.
So the ops cars are going to make a quick little check of the runway before the A380 gets here. Probably going to see how wet it is for him. Hello, Air Tiki. Good to see you. Our good friend Air Tiki, celebrating 15 months at the 717 Inter-Island Traveler level. Says woohoo. Milestone time. Thanks, Patrick and all. Well, thank you very much. I would say Brandon would be by with your pog drink, but it might be a little while before he gets to it.
O'Malley's on duty.
Yes, we have an O'Malley cat on duty. There's the A380. Oh, thanks for the kind words, John. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're here. That's usually what happens here. The wind will bring it in. Usually it comes from the mountain. Yeah, it looks pretty nasty down there.
Oh, really? Damn it.
We've got a nice, good shot of it in the sun up there. Look at that. That's what I get for not looking at jet tip this morning. Yeah, we're good. I don't care if I get wet, because the equipment can't get wet. I have a full change of clothes. I'm going to go to work straight after this, so bring a full change of clothes just in case I get soaked.
Your work clothes, just a pair of pants and a nicer shirt, right?
A pair of jeans and a black t-shirt.
Oh, okay.
We're the same thing every day.
The exact same way at my job.
Yeah.
I'm going to run over to the baggage office to pick up my bag.
Oh, okay.
I will be right back.
All right.
Because I have some stuff in there for you. So,
Sweet.
yeah.
All right, we'll see you in a bit.
Yep. So I don't come on.
Brandon misplaced his bag on his inbound flight. That's a nice way of saying he left it on his seat as he got off the plane. So they found it. He's going over to pick it up now. It's so simple, Ken. Just you get 15 or so, 20. Ooh, jeez, 15 or 20 black shirts, 3 pairs of jeans, and you're set. Don't have to worry about it. Don't have to worry about matching things or, oh, did I wear this yesterday? Look at that rain down there. Alright, I'm going to readjust some rain cover because I think we're about to get some rain coming in from the east. So give me a second, I'll be right back. I think we're good. There's a line of storms over there. And then there's a line of storms over town. Alright, we have a Southwest leaving on the refront. Let's take that. Tell you what, these little dollar clamps. I mean, I bought a bunch of these little dollar clamps. Clamp stuff to the rain cover that's over my head. And they have been some of the best investment. So handy. Alright, we have the Majuro flight has lit up. That's the United. That's the one backing out into the shot right now. That is going to head off to Majuro. They'll do a couple other island hops before it comes back. Kwajalein, Chuuk, somewhere else in Micronesia, I think, before it ends up in Guam. The Korean Air, I believe, is the 2025 livery again today. That is 37 minutes out. That's a Dreamliner 10. And Asiana and the third ANA flight are behind it. I think Asiana might be too far out to get into the show today, but we'll find out for sure. It was 717 coming in on the crossing runway. That's it there. Give us a chance to do a tail count over there. We have one Coletta and two UPS Queens. Hopefully we'll get one of those Queens departing in the 9 o'clock hour. I believe the second one is scheduled for after 10. But I think we should get one in the 9 o'clock hour. Another 321 in the background. See if that's going off to an inter-island destination or not. It is. It's going off to Maui. That's actually the it's listed. It shows the Stitch one. I didn't see Stitch on the side though. Interesting. Hello, James. Yeah, we've had some passing rain. It hasn't been as bad as forecast, so that's good. But we've had some drizzly moments here and there. Lots of water on the runway. It's supposed to get worse through Saturday, so I'm not sure if we'll have a Saturday show or not. But next one coming into 8 left is a Japan Airlines. It's coming in from Tokyo Haneda. It is a Dreamliner 9. It's probably about a minute out or so. So they just turned on the light, or they just came out of the clouds. I can't tell which one it is, but it is right there already. That Stitch livery one went down to the reef runway, so we'll keep an eye on that as it goes out. See if it still has the Stitch livery on it. Still trying to figure out. That's an. Is that anybody can tell on their big screen? Is that an MRTT back there? Kind of in the background there. On my little screen, it looks like an MRTT. Ah, okay, CFI on the fly. I thought it was an MRTT. I heard there was 3 of them coming here. Somebody on Reddit caught 3 of them leaving somewhere on the mainland and heading this way. Maybe the other 2 are tucked around the corner. Alright, so that supposed Stitch livery is leaving the reef runway right now. So let's see if we can see if it's actually got Stitch on it still. Oh yes, it still does. That's good. Caution, bus approaching.
Caution, bus approaching.
Alright, Majuro flight will be next. It hasn't quite reached the runway yet. Alright, so the Majuro flight should be rolling any second now. I might be waiting for a Sky Courier to go in front of it, but we'll find out. Air Tiki, no, they're still grounded. I've heard that FedEx wants to start operating theirs by May 1st or May 31st, one of the two. May sometime. But I would imagine they'd still have to have some checks and any necessary repairs before they're declared airworthy. Been a lot of talk on some of the forums about these three specifically, whether they're gonna if UPS, there's two UPS here, one FedEx, where UPS has said they're not gonna fly anymore, and everyone's saying, oh, they're gonna get one-offs to fly to the Boneyard, or they'll get dismantled here. And I think I don't know where these people are getting their information from. I don't think there's any way they'll dismantle them here unless there's absolutely no other choice. But I think UPS is going to sell them to somebody, and they're not going to junk them all. What's the point of that? If they're declared okay to fly, why would UPS just send them all to the Boneyard? That doesn't make any sense. There's got to be buyers out there, including maybe even FedEx. If the price is right, FedEx has said they're going to keep flying them. They need them. So my personal opinion is there's life left in them. They'll fly again. That's my opinion. And even if the FAA says, hey, we're not going to certify these again, there's plenty of other places in the world that fly planes. Yeah, I'd have to expand my garden a little bit, Mick. But I wouldn't mind. There was one guy on Reddit the other day who was talking about pushing it over to the Pacific Aviation Museum. And that person has clearly never been here before. Hey, Brandon's got his bag. Brandon's got a brand new bag. Brandon's got a brand new bag. That's a very bad James Brown impersonation. Sorry about that. They could park one right here. They could park one right here and make an aviation themed hotel. That's what I would do. Well, yeah, Charlie Bravo, but I still think they're going to fly again. I think it was very tragic what happened, but I think it's something that can be, if it can be retrofitted or repaired for a reasonable amount of money, they're not going to junk them. The economics don't work out. If it's $100,000 fix on a several $1 million plane, the economics don't work out. Hello, Jeffrey. Thanks for stopping by. Next one coming in to 8 left is another 717. It's coming in from Lehue. Got another heavy start for arrival on that runway as well, coming in from Osaka. Oh, interesting. There's a plane. It's a Metroliner that just landed at K-Bay. It is usually based at Barking Sands on Kauai. It actually landed in reverse ops over on K-Bay. Interesting. Wonder if the weather. I guess the wind over there is different than over here. Or the Metroliner just said, hey, we're cool like that. Because usually it came in off the water. Usually it circles the bay and comes in from the south. Alright, after this we'll have a 737 Southwest, and then we'll get that next heavy in. We got about an hour left in the show. Whoa, that was not very graceful at all. Hey, that was terribly ungrateful. You see me? I ripped my glasses off there. But thanks everyone for being here. A little damp but fun time today. We got, like I said, we got about an hour left or so. Right about the time New Zealand is supposed to get out of here. Hopefully we'll catch its departure and it leaves on time. If you don't know who I am or where you are, we got probably a few new people in the crowd. My name is Patrick. The channel is Reverse Ops. We're an aviation live stream and tomfoolery channel based out of Honolulu, Hawaii. Our home airport is Daniel K. Inouye International Airport. That is named after the late senator from the state and territory of Hawaii, Congressional Medal of Honor winner. That is right behind me over there. It's about 3 or 4 miles west of downtown Honolulu, which is right over there, on the south shore of the beautiful island of Oahu, on the eastern end of the Hawaii archipelago, somewhere in the middle of the vast Pacific. So because of our location, we get a lot of cool stuff through here. It's not your normal airport. We get a lot of transient airplanes that come through here just to get a fill up because they can't make it all the way across. We get a lot of heavies coming in from both the mainland and Asia. We also get a lot of military action because just on the other side of the airport behind me is Hickam Air Force Base, which is part of Joint Base Pearl Harbor Hickam. So we have a bunch of military stationed there. We also get some military coming through, like those F-18s that were here earlier. They just came in for a nap and a fill-up. So we usually do 3 shows a week here, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I'm not sure if there'll be a Saturday this week because of the rain, but we'll know more Friday night. If you'd like to help out the channel, the easiest way to do it is hit that like button. Make sure I'm not missing any planes. Hit that like button and the subscribe button. If it's turning pink every time I say the word subscribe, that means you haven't hit it yet, so hit it. There's also membership levels available, a merch shop where I have t-shirts like the one I'm wearing here, and all kinds of other stuff. We got social medias. You can interact with your friends here in the chat while I'm not streaming. All that can be found over at reverseops.com/findme. That'll tell you everything you need to know about what I just said and more right at that one link. The QR code or the link will take you there. But thanks everyone for hanging out with me. We got, like I said, we got a little under an hour left, and we'll make fun of Brandon a little more. He just pulled back up. All right, thanks everybody. Back to the planes, I think. Yes, there's that Southwest that just came in. The next one coming in there will be the there he is with the backpack. Oh, you snagged these off a plane? Are you allowed to take these?
My kid accidentally took it.
Accidentally, yes, I will try them. Yes, thank you.
I put on my own. I bought my replacement cushions.
Oh,
And I own a piece of it.
sweet. I am an accessory after the fact.
There you go.
Next one off the reef runaway will be a Challenger 650 that is heading off to the island state of not available. So we'll see if we can get it while it's in the air over there. Should be somewhere. There it is. Ooh. Ooh, I am now a winged American future crew. Oh, see, American on the flight crew. And look at this. Let's go back to this channel. So, on American, I don't know if you can read that. There we go. On American, I am the flight crew. Let's see if we can. There we go. American, I am the flight crew. But on Hawaiian, I am the future crew. Yeah. Thanks, Brandon. There should be a heavy out there somewhere. Oh, interesting. That's very interesting. That Hawaiian that I was talking about that's coming in next is lined up, looks like, for 8 right. Interesting. 090 at 7. That's not very reverse ops inducing. Ooh, we have Hawaiian Pyro. We were just talking about your neck of the woods a second ago, and we got Eham in the house. Hello, Eham. I wonder why they switched him over to 8 right. Interesting. Oh, okay. Okay, that's why they're bringing him on. He's an emergency. He's declaring an emergency. That the one coming in from Osaka. How come every time there's an emergency, I'm on the wrong side? There was 2 emergencies earlier in the month while we were on, and they both landed on 8 left while I was down there. And now I'm up at 8 left, and they bring the emergency in on 8 right. What the heck? As soon as I could see it, huh?
What they say was.
I didn't hear what they said it was. I was too busy complaining. As soon as I can see it, I will pan over to it. I don't see it yet. It's got to be somewhere over the control tower somewhere. Somewhere in this general vicinity, there should be a plane coming in. Tire issue. Thank you, Wizard. I'm having quotes from the movie Airplane run through my head.
Here,
1,500 feet, 5,000 feet. He's all over the place. What an a-hole. WRRQ, where disco lives forever. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Looks like it has all the tires. I bet you can guess what that was for. Alright, we're going to lose this behind that building there. Hopefully it rolls far enough to catch it on the other side. Usually they do, but I'm assuming he's just going to... I don't think he's going to jam on the brakes. What if they'll get him off the runway? Right, he is stopped, I think. I don't think we can see him. No, he stopped. But we have a queen. I wonder where the queen's going to go. There's a queen moving on the cargo ramp right now. I wonder where he's gonna go.
On 8 left.
Were you here when I was talking about the Coletta yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, he left on 8 left. They had they were doing some maintenance for like an hour out there, and it just so happened.
It was the red and white tail one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw it from a hotel.
Oh, okay.
That Hawaiian is not moving at all. Must be pretty serious blow.
Where's my ground? I don't know why it sounds better at my house than it does here.
Technology, I tell you.
I don't want to jinx this, but I think that queen's coming this way. I think it's moving up Echo. Well, there she is.
All of her beautiful glory.
Now, if they thought they were still going to go out 8 right, I don't think it would go this way. It would go its normal way because it's not blocking the taxiway. So, everybody get out your 8 left pom-poms and everybody cheer. Yeah, Eham, a lot of that stuff, if you're hearing it, you're seeing it, I'm sure you know more than anybody, it's because they want you to hear and see it. It's not because they're hiding it. All these people, my ATC sounds like garbage. All these people on certain forums and things are all bent out of shape, and it's really... If they didn't want you to see it, you wouldn't see it. You wouldn't hear it, you wouldn't see it. So... Hello, Allie. Good to see you. That's like a couple years ago, or maybe last year, when all the B2s went to Diego Garcia, and they were all the fuel, all the tankers and everything were on flight radar, on all the apps, because they wanted you to see all the B-2s going to Diego Garcia because they were sending everything else the other way, and they had all that stuff turned off.
Diversion.
Yeah, I think it's too much gameplay. I think they're playing too many games, trying to be too cute and clever with it. Just do it, keep it under the radar, as they say, and just get it done. Whoa. Did we just get one of the luckiest days ever? We got a queen going to 8 right, left. We have fighters coming out. Wonder what runway the fighters will take. Yeah, I see the fighters right there. They don't look like they're going to... They don't look like they're going to... Wow. Are we going to get super lucky here, guys? We do have one coming in. I think that's what they're waiting on.
Now it gets warm.
Fighters might be leaving 8 left.
Ooh. I'll stay.
All right, I'm going to record this. So, unless you want your voice in the recording. Yeah. Sweet. All I hear is a bell.
I grabbed my earbuds.
That was incredibly loud. Thank you. Thank you to the Hawaiian Air National Guard for accelerating my hearing loss. Yeah, Eham, the only other time I've ever seen F-22s depart off 8 left was 2 alert birds one day. That's only the second time, the entire time I've been down here, seeing that. Huh?
It's going to be a while for the UPS to take off.
Why, there's a lot of stuff coming in? The Hawaiian's off the runway down there.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, what? So the only other time I've seen that, like I said, was we were right here, and it was reverse ops that day. So all the planes were leaving, going away from us on this runway. The departures were all on 26 right, and they were all leaving away from us. And all of a sudden, 2 F-22s came the wrong way. They came down 8 left in reverse ops and went right over our head just like that. And it was, I missed the first one in the video because I was so surprised, but I got the second one. I have to go back and look up what date that it was. Well, it was last winter, I think. It looks like the UPS is coming out. And that was worth getting up this morning. So this is the ANA Dreamliner now. Coming in behind it. Looks like they're sending the next United plane there in the background out to 8 right. So it looks like the 8 right is open for business. So thank you to the Hawaiian for... I'm glad everyone's okay, and I'm glad we got a couple of unique departures. It's a win-win-win. Everybody's fine down there.
Yeah. We got F-22.
We got F-22s over my head. I got a little bit more hearing damage.
I'm going to take off.
All right.
I'll see you tomorrow night.
See you tomorrow night.
Yeah.
What time?
Your wife
7?
said around 6.
6, 7? I don't know. 6, 7?
So don't get started on that stuff.
See, I was way ahead of the curve on it. Now it's my job to just keep beating it into the ground well after it's cool. Once all the youngsters find it cringe, I got to keep doing it.
Same thing to my own child.
Yeah.
All right. Enjoy.
All right. We'll see you. Thanks for stopping by.
Yep.
Thanks for all the stuff.
Always.
Everybody say bye to Brandon.
Say bye to everyone.
Yeah. Everybody say bye to Brandon.
Bye, everyone. Until we meet again.
There you are. There you go.
Meet again, everyone.
Yeah.
Bon voyage. We have Josh on the stream, maybe, and then Kristen.
Yeah, they'll be in Atlanta, so I'm not sure. I'm still waiting to find out electricity at my booth or not. So.
Find a giant donut.
Yeah. See ya. Thanks, everybody. All right, the next two out on the reef runway are Southwest heading off to Hilo and a United heading off to SFO. That's the one we saw cutting in the background. That's a MAX 9. We still have the Korean and ANA. I think the Korean and ANA are both still waiting to get parked. There we go. Which is kind of weird because there's nobody really over there. I wonder what they're waiting on. Oh, turn that off. Stop recording. Okay. Thanks, NC Polar Bear. I think everyone needs to listen to you. So the Korean has found its way into his home. The ANA shouldn't be too far behind it. I agree. I really like that new. If you're talking about the Korean, I really like the new Korean. I was never a huge fan of the other Korean livery. It's okay. It's not my favorite. Not even top 10 for me. I thought the letters were a little cartoony, and the light blue paint always seemed to fade and looked a little blotchy. Yeah, usually we would have had more JAL flights by now. I wonder if they're just running late, because we did have one earlier. I think it's tucked around the other side of Terminal 2 there. But usually would have had 2 or 3 by now. Here's the... Yeah, Theo, I will agree. It out of all the airframes that I've seen it on, it does look best on the 747. I think it looks horrible on the A380. I think it's all patchy and blotchy. And it doesn't really look that great on the Dash 10 Dreamliner either. But those are just my personal opinions. You're free to disagree if you'd like. Alright, so the United heading off to, I believe, SFO is now moving on the reef runway. So we're going to go take that thing. Oh, there's the one that was in an emergency. That one's actually moving on its own. I thought it was going to be towed, but it's actually moving on its own. So that's good. Hopefully it was just a bad indicator or something, faulty indicator. Bingo Jones, it's actually I'm not a paying I'm not a paying guest. They invited me, so they're trying to work it out with the museum where we're holding it to get all the invited creators electricity. If not, we'll figure it out. That's what batteries are for. The one heading out to SFO, if that's the one you're talking about, is a Max 9. The Southwest in front of it was a Max 8. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Bingo. We have a couple older 737s here that Transair there. They had a different one. They had a white, black, and orange one that went off to Guam probably 2 months ago or more and hasn't been back. So hopefully they didn't get rid of it. Yeah, Sydney, I know what you mean. Next one in is a 321. It's coming in from Kailua Kona. It's a Hawaiian inter-island. They're doing more flights, inter-island flights with these 321s. And I'm trying to figure out, they never actually gave a press release or anything why they're doing it, but I'm wondering if it's just to... That was a friendly sheriff saying hello. I wonder if it's just because to prolong the 717s. I wonder if they're just using these to ease the load on the 717s to keep them going longer. Yeah, that same company, Reinhard, does have quite a few shorts over there. I think they have, I don't know how many they have, but they have quite a few of them. Let's see, they have 1, 2, 3, 4 that I can see. They might have more. I don't remember exactly how much they have, but this has got to be the most diverted plane in Hawaii. They get. I had to turn off. I have one of my apps had a diversion tracker, and it would give you an alert if there was a diversion to your selected airport. And I was getting so many diversions from those shorts, I had to turn the notification off. Looks like the tide's gone down a little over there. When we first got here this morning, this boat, the water line was up to the window on the side. And now it's below the bow line. I don't know if this, I don't know the story behind this boat, if it was here because of the weather we had, or because sometimes you'll see them anchored out there and they will bottom out because of the tide. But this one looks like it's having a bad day with the sails and everything. And this morning, like I said, the water line was up to the windows, so I don't think it's there on purpose. Usually you'll see a couple flatter bottom boats grounded out over here because of the tide, but usually all the sailboats are farther over this way where it's much deeper. Well, that guy's sail looks like it's a bit of a wreck too. Next one in is coming in from Tokyo, Haneda. It's another Hawaiian 330. Should be, oh, there it is. I'll have to look into that MXC for life. I don't have any of the fancy pre-check or global or any of that stuff. I'm one of the type of guys who likes to get to the airport 3 hours early. So usually long security is just kind of an annoyance. It doesn't make me miss any flights. So I've never bothered to get it. Maybe one day I'll get it. But I don't remember if I'm sure I've seen a DC-8 somewhere. I just don't remember. My dad worked for American, So I don't think I've ever flown a DC-8 because we flew all American jets when I was a kid. And to my knowledge, American didn't have any DC-8s. So the chances of me flying one are very slim, but I'm probably sure I saw one around. .707s, DC-10s. American had a bunch of those, so I flew those when I was a little kid. A little tiny kid. Oh, thanks, Ehim. Next one coming in is a JAL Flight 72. It's coming in from Tokyo, Haneda. It's a Dreamliner 9, so it should be close enough if I just flip over this way just a little bit. There it is. Ooh, 414 likes. Thanks, everybody. Ooh, 93 Integra. See, the memory still... the memory's like Swiss cheese, but there's still some cheese there. It's not all holes yet. Oh, cat lady, that must have been exciting. NC Polar Bear, cool. My dad was a retired American. He worked at LaGuardia and DFW. The next two out on the reef run, I'm not sure if we'll see both of them, but we'll try. Is a Aloha Air Cargo going off to Kailua Kona. That's a 737-300. I think all of the Aloha Air Cargo 737s are either 300s or 400s. I don't think they have anything newer than that. If they do, I don't think they fly it here. I don't remember seeing one newer than that. No, there's a 400 that just got pushed back. The other one is a 717 heading off to Hilo. Like I said, we'll keep an eye on those, and we'll prioritize the stuff coming in front of us, because the next one coming in is coming in from LAX. It's Hawaiian Flight 1. It's a 330. So that'll be coming in somewhere in this camera shot in just a second. That guy's having a disco party early in the morning. Just barely tipping into the top of that shot. So we're getting really kind of close to the end of the show. We have about 10 minutes left or so. We're going to see a Singapore Airlines 777. That's a DHL partner. We do have a Atlas Queen coming in from LA with the extra X. That's what we're shooting for, to be the last plane of the day. Well, hopefully we'll get Air New Zealand before that, but it hasn't even pushed back yet, so chances of that is kind of slim. But the one we're waiting for is the Atlas Air Queen, and that'll most likely be our last plane of the day, because I have to get to work. So just a reminder, we have a lot of weather in the area right now. You can tell from some of the clouds. We got lucky with the rain. We had a little bit of sprinkles and some light rain earlier, but it's held off very nicely for us. But it's just supposed to get worse tomorrow and then bad on Saturday. So we usually do a Saturday show, but I don't anticipate one this week. We might try to make up for it with a Sunday show, but like I said, it's all weather dependent. So hit that notification bell, keep an eye on the social medias, and I'll let you guys know as soon as I know. Because we are a little bit, we've been missing a lot of shows lately, not on purpose. So there's a lot of bad weather lately. So hopefully we can get some more shows, because getting a little light on the kitty for March. It's missing a lot of shows. Next one coming in this side is a Southwest coming in from LAX as well. It's a MAX 8. It's about a mile or two away from us getting a good shot of it, so we'll hold off on this one just for a second. Like I said, we do have that Aloha Air Cargo departing on the reef runway, so maybe we'll take it instead. Yeah, let's take it instead, because it is moving. So it'll be coming through the trees here in just a second. Oh, whoops, sorry about that. It went higher than I thought it was going to go. To get the Southwest as well, so this is the one coming in from LAX. I don't know what the... Oh, that was my wings. My wings just flew away. Oh, no. I guess that's what happens when you have wings. Where's the other one? Oh, the other one's there. Okay. the wind is starting to pick up. I don't know if you guys can tell that from the camera shake, but the wind is starting to pick up, and it's coming now from my left, which is, it's coming, normally the standard wind, what's been windy all morning, is east-northeast, and now it's switched over to almost south-southeast. And it's getting much cooler, so I feel there's going to be rain here in just a few minutes, so we need that Atlas Air to hurry up. It's actually crossing over downtown Honolulu right now, but I cannot see it because of the clouds. I hear it. Alright, so let's take the DHL if we can see it. There it is. This is Singapore Airlines and DHL. They had a baby. 777 over there. Singapore Airlines and DHL. They had a baby. We kind of were only doing the Pop-Tart game on Saturday mornings, and I haven't done a real, honestly good Saturday show in the morning in quite a while because, honestly, UH baseball, University of Hawaii baseball, has been playing. And they do a Friday night game, so it's very hard to get up for the normal show after being out till 10:30 or so on a Friday. So we've been doing like Saturday midday shows. So by then I've already eaten breakfast, so we hadn't been doing the Pop-Tart game. But once we start doing more Saturday morning shows again, we'll get back to that. Yeah, contrary to popular belief, I try not to eat Pop-Tarts every day. I do enjoy a good Pop-Tart, but some days I'll have a Nutri-Grain bar or a Bobo. I'm not a really big breakfast guy. I do like breakfast, some breakfast foods, but I don't like breakfast for breakfast, if that makes sense. I like breakfast for lunch. I don't eat eggs, so it's a lot of breakfast stuff I just completely ignore. But I like pancakes and bacon and toast. Now I'm getting hungry. Oh boy. I don't have any leftover. We decided to have leftovers for dinner tonight because it was so good. So last night we had Mrs. Reverse Ops made corned beef last night. We had it last night instead of on St. Patrick's Day because I went out to see a couple bands on St. Patrick's Day. If any of you caught the impromptu live stream from the venue, congratulations. It was a be there moment. You had to be there because I deleted it right after. But we watched a couple bands play on Tuesday, so we, instead of having corned beef on St. Patrick's Day, we had it yesterday, and it was so good. So good. So this is the only Singapore Airlines we get on a regular basis. The normal passenger airline does not come here. We have had a couple of Singapore passenger planes here in the past. We had one of their A350-900s on a diversion here. It was going to, I believe, LAX. And it came through here on a diversion. And then we've had two of the Singapore Max 8s, the 737 Max 8s come through here on ferry flights. So that was interesting to see. A plane I'd probably never see anywhere else. It was a Singapore Airlines Max 8, so that was cool. All right, we're running a couple of minutes into overtime, but we're the Atlas Air looks like it's gonna be maybe third for arrival. It's got a Japan Airline Dreamliner in front of it coming in from Osaka. Then there's a pardon me, there's a Southwest Max 8 coming in from Long Beach, and then we should have the Atlas. There's the Air New Zealand pushback. We'll see if we get that. It all depends on how quickly it gets out to the reef runway. Like I said, we don't have much time left because we are already in overtime. Or as you European people say, stoppage time. I don't know how that would work. Is that stoppage time? Stoppage time because I get to just guess, just make up a number on when I get to leave. I can't hear you. Those F-22s, they banked right over my head. I was like, oh. Oh, that was nice. Good morning to be at the airport. Did you see it? You know when the Netherlands ones are leaving? Yeah. You can see one over here. I think the rest are tucked back behind. The MRTP. Yeah. I think there's 5 of them. Hopefully we see it with the rain. Yeah, all right, take care. Alright, so let's pan over just a little bit. This is the JAL Dreamliner. Like I said, I think it looks like the Atlas will be 2 behind this one. We have a Southwest and then that. Rain in 15 minutes, thank you. So hopefully we'll be mostly packed up in 15 minutes. I'm in the minimalist setup today. Usually I have a lot more fancy doodads and gizmos to accentuate the viewing pleasure. But today all I have up is the encoder, the camera, and my phone. So Hopefully it'll be a nice quick pack up today. Saturday at 8 a.m. Well, if the weather cooperates, we will probably... if the weather cooperates, we might be out here. But if the weather looks like it's supposed to be thunderstorms Saturday morning. So we'll keep an eye out for that. Oh no, Island Jenny, the last hour of staycation. You can't get the did you beg for the late checkout? Thank you, Allie. Southwest should be close enough where it's going to be in this shot. Too far. There. Well, still, I can't see the Southwest because of the rain down there. So we'll hold it here. That Southwest will make it over here eventually. Thanks, Eham. I appreciate it. MXC for life. I've always been a big fan of Leonard's. I know a lot of people like Champions Malasadas, but Leonard's is just the quality, consistent. I like Leonard's. But if you want something a little different than your regular Malasada, I highly recommend Kamehameha Bakery. It's in Kalihi. They have a poi Malasada with poi glaze. Oh, so tasty. You need to get the late checkout, Island Jenny. Just call down there and say, hey, I need more vacation time. One of the hotels has a I think it's the one we were at last time, the Queen Kapiolani. If you book through them Kamaina rate, you get automatic late checkout. You may have saw ATI zip through there down down the end of the runway there. That is ATI International, Air Transport International, heading off to not available again. There is a Queen also down there, so we might go into double overtime here, guys, because there's a Queen next and then a Queen after that. Yeah. 10 till, or almost 10. Okay. Alright, the Queen should be coming into this shot here in a second. It's really cloudy at the other end, so I cannot even see it yet. So we will hold here, and we'll see where that other Queen is. I'm gonna pack up a couple of little things. I got a fan going and some stuff that Brandon gave me. I'm gonna pack up those real quick while we wait. I'll be right back. Just want to get a little head start. It's like everything's coming out at once. We got another KC-135 down behind this one, and we have another C-17. We have a C-17 behind that one too. Keep an eye out in the background. Alright, so the Queen on the reef runway is next. I would love to stay for these military planes, but I don't think I can. So we're going to call the Queen on the on runway 8 right, our Honolulu plane of the day. Apologize for not being able to stay late, but I have a real job I have to get to that pays the mortgage, so... Is that what I think it is? Oh, F-22s came in. Look at that. Should be another one in the air. Yeah, there he is. F-22s are coming in. These are the ones that left right over our head a minute ago. All right, Queen's rolling. Alright, thanks a lot, everyone. See you all soon, I hope. We'll see you all soon, I hope. Alright, take care, everyone. Sorry for the close-up shot of my forehead. Alright, thanks to the mods. Sorry, I don't have the... doing everything out of order today. Thanks to the mods. World's Most Dangerous Mod Crew. Josh, O'Malley, Miss Wolves, Rainbow Love, Kirsten, Keith, Jane, Brandon, Allen, and Sydney. And thanks to Mrs. Reverse Ops. I really appreciate everything. Sorry, a little rush to get out of here at the end, but I did that to myself. So, all right, we'll see you all.